What's up, guys? This is ProjectYung, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make glossy text like this. It's actually very easy, and there's a few ways to do it, and that makes it look really nice. And this is actually my favorite way I'm showing right now. That kind of has a curved gloss on it, but I'll show you how to do an elliptical one, a rectangle gloss, and a curved gloss. So let's just get started by creating a new file. Press yes. Go to the width and make it 1600 by 900. You don't have to make it that. I'm sorry. That's just what I make it because that's my monitor resolution. So, and then you're gonna go. It works well with logos and text. I personally like it more with logos, but if you just want it for text, it looks really good too. So, oops. So you're gonna import some text. Just make it say Young. I'm gonna place it right there. Now, you don't have to do this, but I like to put a little bit of a drop shadow on it. Just makes it look a little bit nicer to me. So now you're going to go to the elliptical marquee tool. If you don't know how to get that, you can right click this thing right here. It's an elliptical marquee tool, and then create a new layer. And then once you create a new layer, the layer needs to be above this, whatever your text or your logo, whatever it is, and just take the elliptical marquee tool and just kind of cover about half the words of the logo. Or it doesn't really have, it can be whatever you want, but if you just cover about all of it, it just looks bad in my opinion. So then you're going to go to the paint bucket tool, make sure your color is on white, and just fill in that. Now you're going to say like, oh, now there's a big white circle right here, you just want it to cover only the text. So how you make it do that is you hold down control, then you go to the words that say Young, or your text, your logo, whatever it is, and click the thumbnail, and it selects it like that. You gotta make sure you're clicking the thumbnail, it's not going to do it, guys. So, and then when it gets covered like this, just press Control-Shift-I. Make sure you're on your little white colored like circle layer or whatever, and make sure on that layer selected. Press Control-X, Command-X if you're on Mac. So then you're gonna get this. It doesn't really look glossy yet, just a white thing over it. You don't really want that. You're gonna want it to be glossy. So click the layer 1 and go up to right here where it says opacity, and you can see you can lower this opacity. But you can click down this arrow and just lower the opacity, and you can get a little creative with it and do whatever you want. But you know, I like to keep it simple. Just take your time, do whatever you want. And so that is the first kind of way you can do it. And I'm going to show you the rectangle one, which I also think looks a little bit better than the elliptical, because I just see the elliptical so much with the shine. Just to me, it just seems so generic and boring to me now. But now I'm gonna delete that old white elliptical marquee layer or whatever. Then I'm going to click right here and right click and press rectangle marquee tool. Make a new layer and kind of make a box that only covers about 1/4 of the text. So then we're gonna do the exact same thing on that layer, above your text or logo. Click paint, and then it's yet again it's just a box, and we don't want a box again. So we're gonna do the same thing. Hold the Control or Command, press the thumbnail next to your text or logo. Control-Shift-I, make sure on the white layer, Control-X, and then you see it like this. Well, do the exact same thing. Bring down the opacity, and it's like shine that looks like the lighting is coming in from like a little area. So now that's one way you can do it. Now I'm going to show you the last way. That there are multiple ways of shining it, but it's really all up to being creative. What kind of shapes you're gonna make on it and make it look good. So now we're going to go to the pen tool, create a new layer. Now this one's a little bit more advanced and a little harder, but you know, I bet you guys can get it. So about a little bit more than 1/4, just put a little click right there. Hold down Shift, go to this side, click again, and make a perfectly straight line. Then go to about the center of the text, but make sure your pen is over that line. You see a little plus button. See that pops up right there. Click and hold, and then just pull up a little bit to the right, like right diagonal up, and you see it just makes a little wave curve thing. So then when it's on this side, we're gonna click up, click to this side, and that side. Now you're gonna see it's just not perfect right on these edges because it doesn't have to be, guys. So then you're just gonna right click and press Make Selection. Yes. Okay, make sure you're on layer 1. So as you can see right there, fill in with paint. Press Control D, and then hold down Control on the thumbnail next to Young one more time. Right, this is the last one, guys. Control-Shift-I. Make sure you're on your little white layer. Control-X, and there's a little wave. As you can see, that's just a nice little wave you got now. So that's how to make gloss in Photoshop, guys. This has been ProjectYung. Like, subscribe, rate, and all that other stuff. This is ProjectYung, and I'll see you guys later for the next tutorial or whatever I come out with. Bye.